Mute the Muse. Mute the Muse. Britney Muse. Shout out. Shimmy the Papa, baby.
Hey, what's up? It's Brittany the Muse. I know you guys miss me. I know everybody like, when you coming back? When you getting your podcast? When you coming? I'm back. You got to take care of this first before you can get out here on these streets again. But I'm back. I'm excited to be back. I'm in a better headspace. And I got a lot of shit that I want to talk to you guys about because the world, it just kept going. The world is turning. The world is spinning. But anyway, I'm going to just get right into it because I know everybody hates that. You be like, oh my God, get into what you're going to talk about. We getting right into it. So, first of all, I just want to say, yo, it feels so good to be back. The love, the support, all you guys were reaching out, inboxing me, DMing me like, yo, we miss you. You're so missed out here. Like, please keep going. Please keep doing it. And I'm here and I'm back. I'm back, baby. We back. So we're bigger and better too. So many things have happened. I just want to start just by saying something really important. Mental health awareness is real. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. If you're not feeling good, call your doctor, call your insurance carrier to see what can be done or what service can be provided for you, because I am very transparent about how I felt mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I just felt checked out and I just felt like I was alone and no one else felt that way. But then when I started reaching out to my friends and family to find out that everybody was struggling, scared me because we all struggled and no one said anything. People were just surviving and just keep going and doing their everyday stuff. I don't know. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I took care of myself and I feel better. But now that we got all of that out the way, let's get into why I'm here. Bro, not on December 9th of 2022, we have been waiting for SZA's album to drop. SZA drops an album I didn't even listen yet because I wanted to wait. I wanted to be home in a bathtub with a glass of wine, all this other stuff. I wanted to be ready to indulge and listen to this album. So I'm going to go find it. I go on Apple Music. The first thing I see is, I admit, R. Kelly. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, if anybody knows anything about me, I have a really odd guilty pleasure. I love watching Surviving R. Kelly, the documentary. I don't know. It's two guilty pleasures I have. It's two guilty pleasures I have. Okay, one is Tyler Perry movie, A Fall from Grace. I know you guys think that was like the worst movie ever in the world, but for me, it's a guilty pleasure. It's kind of like a comfort movie. I don't know why. I don't know if it's Ashtray Bitch. I don't know if it's the storyline, but for some reason, that's a movie that I could watch over and over and over again. However, I watch it, and I happen to also watch Surviving R. Kelly documentary, all of them. Like, there's 3 parts. Each part has 5 parts, but there's 3 different ones. So I watched them all. They're on Netflix. The only reason I'm promoting it is because it helps the victims. And this is big for me because my whole identity for music and music composition had to do with R. Kelly. He was my first crush. He was like, when I found out this man composed and wrote his own music, I was a fan. And I'm just like, bro, this man is like really iconic. Like, this man literally can't do any wrong. And I remember back in the day, I was a fan. Like, I used to get cussed out. I'm like, he didn't do it. Mind you, I never saw the tape. I used to lie and say I saw the tape because I wanted to seem cool and be like, I saw it. That wasn't even him. I never saw the daggone tape. However, I just didn't want to believe that someone that literally was the very essence of why I wanted to create music did such things. But we should have known back with Aaliyah. And let's get into that real quick. Why did the adults that we trusted push that under the rug? Like, I remember back in the day, right? Watching the news, hearing about it. Because Aaliyah, come on, who didn't want to be Aaliyah when they were a little girl? And I remember hearing that she got married to R. Kelly. And this is when I knew the world was a little fucked. So I'm like going to adults like, is it true that R. Kelly married Aaliyah? Like, everybody's like, oh, well, you know how it is in Hollywood. I mean, the girls are more mature. That was literally the excuse that was given because R. Kelly, at that time, he was like, what, 26, 27, dating this 15-year-old girl. Not alone dating her, but also marrying her. They obtained a legal documentation that stated they were married. She put 16, however, at the time she was 15. And that was just brushed under the rug by people I trusted. I'm not going to throw nobody out there because I'm not, it's just different times for different measures. But that's when my brain was already wired. Like, well, I guess maybe if you're in this business, then it's okay for pedophilia. But that's neither here or there. I say all this to say, I do find comfort in watching. So this is a secret. I don't know if y'all going to feel a way about this, but y'all know I'm real transparent. I guess I watch Surviving R. Kelly because I miss R. Kelly, but I refuse to put money in his pockets because after having a daughter and really understanding that half these allegations are actually true. Now, there are a lot of false ones and money grabs and girls just trying to, whatever, but there's a lot that are actually factually true. You know what I mean? And as a mother now, I probably wouldn't have had the same stance 14 years ago, but as a mother now, could never happen to my child. Could never, ever, ever, ever happen to my child. So I guess I watch Survivor R. Kelly because please don't cancel me for this. A little bit of me misses him. So that's like the way I could get my fix, but also support the survivors and support the people that have these allegations and get their story out there with the views. Plus, it's kind of like you just watch it and you just be like, dang, this went on for a long time. And he ain't the only one out there that's doing these things. But okay, I went on a tangent about that. But I just wanted to give y'all a little piece. Robert Sylvester Kelly dropped an album today called I Admit It. Let's take a moment for that. From Behind Bars. And apparently they tried to take it off of platforms, but it's still on Apple Music. I'm not telling y'all to go stream it, but I mean, just for purposes, I have a podcast. I have to talk about the things that we don't like to talk about. I mean, it was a Step in the Name of Love type of album. It definitely was given Step in the Name. It was given recyclables from Step in the Name of Love or The Chocolate Factory. And then he added like these 3-part stories to I Admit It. And he just basically admits to nothing and incriminates himself, if you ask me. If this I Admit It is actually old, but part 3 isn't. And he just basically incriminates himself more reason why he should be behind bars. But that's neither here or there. Just to think about it, I'm also here to talk about, it also ties into what I'm trying to talk about also. Just relationships, toxic relationships, healing, loving yourself, spirituality, whatever that may be. Just focusing on dealing with men that don't deserve you, men that don't value you, men that just use you. We got to do better. We got to do better. We have to do better. We have to. I'm going to speak for myself. A lot of people know about my lifestyle, but I'm going to people that don't know me personally. I'm a real free spirit when it comes to dating. I'll date bisexual people. I'm very, fluent with LGBTQ community. I don't mind polyamory. I look at love as love because when you meet people and if you're genuine, your intentions are genuine, you literally love them and you have to love what comes with them. But I think that my free-flowing lifestyle gets used as a ploy to abuse me emotionally or even physically at some point in my life. But that still doesn't mean you can't have respect for yourself and you can't love yourself and you can't have standards. I just think that a lot of women, I'm so disheartened to know that a lot of women are dealing with infidelity, dealing with not feeling loved, not feeling appreciated, not feeling beautiful in the relationships that they fight so hard to have. I was in a situation for a long time and I convinced myself that, we're just in an open relationship. It's this and that. Rules, advice of polyamory. If he cheats, do not get in a polyamorous relationship with this person. Don't use polyamory as a way for him to cheat or because he cheated with the girl, join her in. Don't do that. Not saying I did that, but I'm saying don't do that. And I see a lot of you guys are doing that. And I know I'm getting a little bit off subject because there's so many things that I want to talk about and I have a little bit of time to do so. But just don't do that. Stick with the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. If your man's a cheater, just stay with the cheater. Don't add another girl. Like, just let him cheat in peace. Don't cause that confusion for yourself, the self-esteem issues, jealousy, etc. I see a lot of you guys doing that. And then bring the shit back on me like I told y'all to do it. That's what I get into. Because the way I love, my logic on love, the way I look at love is not how others look at love. So I can realize that you can actually love a person and then love another person and still equally want these people around. I believe in love differently. You know what I mean? A lot of women, I would never date a guy that's bi. I've dated a couple of bi guys. This doesn't mean anything to me. What you do, I love you. What you do is what you do. You know what I mean? That's neither here or there. Boom. I want to take a moment of transparency and talk about some of the struggles that I've had over the past. I want to say we're going to go back to 2017, and I just want to talk about it because I think a lot of women suffer in the dark. They suffer quietly, especially in our community, because we're just told to, aggressively be strong and hide it and keep going and keep pushing whatever it is that you got to do. Okay, so boom. I've told this story a couple times. I'm going to tell it again. I'm going to try to tell it really fast, even though it's long. I was dating a guy. It was perfect. We use the word so much now. It was toxic. It was toxic. He was a narcissist, all of the above, whatever. It was perfect. Found out that he was dating my friend. We still continued to date because there was no title. Because I'm like, whatever. I didn't ask you to disclose if you were dealing with anybody else, blah, 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 etc. We all started dating. After he separated things with her, got with me, I got with him. I started dealing with her. We all started dealing with each other. You know that thing I told y'all not to do, and I said I might have not have did it or not did it. I did it, but I just didn't want to tell y'all. I admit it, like R. Kelly. Because he cheated with the girl, join her in. Don't do that. Not saying I did that, but I'm saying don't do that. No? Too soon? Okay. So we joined a polyamorous relationship based on infidelity. So moving along, it didn't work out, right? So this man already was a cheater. Already was. So after she got out of the situation, me and him, we were stronger than ever. I was like, oh, this is nice. I like this just with him. Ding dong. New bitch. But she ain't really a new bitch. This bitch been around for a long time. And I mean long. Like Broad Street. Like real long. Like it was a long, like she might as well have been his twin. Like they've been together for a long time. So I was like, well, again, me, self-esteem issues, low self-esteem, just thinking like I say there's a thin line between low self-esteem and settling and all of these other things. But I'm just like, whatever. Dealing with this person, then another girl's involved. So I'm already conditioned to cheating, right? Because that's where my self-esteem is. I'm already conditioned to cheating. So I'm like, well, if he want to be with me, then I'll be with him. 3 years of back and forth between me and this person, me and this person, me and this person, me and this person. So eventually I'm like, enough, Anna. And I stopped dealing with him. I started dealing with someone else. And I'm happy. Oh, it was the best time. I'm like, oh, this is what I needed. I started to forget about what's his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I started to forget about what's his name. So, but I still was in love. But it was just like, I got to do what I got to do because you're not going to keep playing with me. You're not going to keep having me going back and forth, doing all this BS. And you're not even taking me seriously. You're not taking me seriously. You're taking the other person more serious than me because of history or whatever the reason, or because it's just fuck me. Sometimes, ladies, these niggas don't really fuck with you like that. And I know it's hard to digest because of our ego and how we want princess treatment and all of these different things, but sometimes niggas don't really fuck with you like that. And the truth of the matter is, I can say it now because I'm healed and I'm in a place of peace. He ain't really fuck with me like that. He liked the idea of me. He liked the little things we would do. And he liked access to me. But as far as what I wanted, I don't believe that he really wanted that with anybody. I just think he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And I was one of those people that made that difficult. Like, he could still do what he wanted to do ultimately because I always went back. But I didn't make it easy for him. And that's no fun. But I think that's also part of the chase. Anyway, 3 years later, back and forth with this girl. I mean, you with her? I know you with her. She called me, I call her. She called me, we call her. Mind you, we're not dating him together. We're both being lied to. I don't deal with her no more. But it's like after like the 76th time, we probably should have stopped calling each other, but we didn't. Anyway, moving along, year 3 of this. He's like really sad, stressed out. I'm like, what's wrong? Because anytime he was sad or stressed out, ladies, you know it's a telltale time. He probably beefing with a side bitch or beefing with the other bitch. It's always that type of drama. So he's like, yeah, man, I'm just be honest with you. He was a little drunk. He's a little on. He was like, I got a baby on the way. I'm like, so immediately, I'm like, oh my God, this girl is pregnant. Wow, like that damn. Like, I don't want to say I just felt like, damn, like, this is real. And then I was disgusted. I was like, what am I doing with my life? Da, 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 da. Come to find out it wasn't even a girl. It wasn't a girl. It was a new girl. And that right there, I was like, all right. That's it. Like, and I had to dig deep within myself because it was like, I didn't even realize how I got there. But if you could just rewind a little bit, I was in an physically abusive relationship before I got to him, and he had the savior complex. This is why it's important to take a little bit of time for yourself before you get involved with someone else when you just get out of a relationship. So he basically had the savior complex with me. Like, he just made me feel so loved, so valued, so seen. He never put his hands on me. Always just did his part. So in some way, in some shape or form in my head, I felt like it felt safe, even though he did so many other things that hurt me. I just thought that it was okay. Like, nah, this is part of the game. All niggas cheat. And I'm here to tell you, ladies, no, they don't. I know this world doesn't show those guys that don't cheat and don't desire other women. Or if they do, they're honest. And you're not heartbroken. And it's an actual decision, not manipulation or a lie. Or, I don't know. I don't even want to get emotional, you guys, because it took me a lot to overcome from that. And I realized that a lot of the time I was blaming him. But the accountability was me. I allowed it. I made excuses for it. I fought my friends about it. My friends stopped talking to me about it because they're like, Brittany, I don't understand why you keep going back to this nigga. And when I tell y'all, not even worth it. Not saying that anything is worth being treated poorly, but I will never forget. Like, I'd rather cry in the Benz. Like, I couldn't even cry in an Uber. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that. But that, I'm not materialistic, but I'm just saying, like, I could get why, like, billionaires like Diddy and other people get away with that type of stuff. Because it's like, you can afford to appease what's lacking. You know what I mean? Because I don't care what nobody say. Maybe it's because I'm broke, but like, people like, money can't buy you happiness. Money is legitimately the reason for my sadness. So y'all gotta miss me with that shit. Let me get some money and then I'll get back to y'all and tell y'all how it is when I get some money. I'll tell y'all how it is. Like, if it didn't buy me happiness, do I feel better? Which I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna feel all the way better. The message in this is, because my thoughts are all over the place for this, because I'm gonna be honest and transparent with y'all, I get a little nervous still talking about it because my self-esteem was so damn low. And everybody just like, Brittany, like, you don't even deserve that. Like, and it's like, when you're in it, it's like, it doesn't matter if I deserve it. I want this. But it's a psychological imbalance because literally you're being put against another woman and you feel inferior to the other woman and you feel like, he can't. And no one wants to admit this because everybody's so big and bad and like, not me because I'm so confident and I'm not worried about another bitch. Yes, the fuck you do. It's just natural. It's like, bitch, no. Because, no, you're not about to one-up me. And that's the mentality that I had because of the trauma of the trauma bond. It was like, no, that's mine. And I know he cheats and I know he lies and I know he don't wake up on time for work and I know he just drinks and smoke. Like, then you start thinking about all of these I know shit. And you'll be like, well, what's the good shit? What does he do good besides sex? Okay? Yeah. Ladies, get you a rose. Get you a wine. Get your banjo on. Do whatever. It's y'all be trapped because of sex or because y'all be scared of being alone and then not realizing that alone time literally will set you free. Alone time literally will set you free because obviously you ain't thinking right. You in some dumb shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking right. You're not in the right headspace. I gotta try to get back on track. Anyway, I just want you guys to do better. I know so many beautiful women that are in relationships right now, all for the sake of being in a relationship. And it's not that I do desire a relationship. I do want to be married. I want more kids? Nah, I'm cool on kids. I'm cool with my one. But if my husband and I were in a space where we're like, if he didn't have one, if my only way I would have another kid is if my husband did not have a kid. That's the only way. But we don't have to settle. I know you're lonely. I know you feel like because of social media, you should have a partner and be taking pictures and couple goals and things like that. We really need to learn how to love ourselves, bro. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, I love me. Fuck is you talking about? I'm that bitch." No. So why you the fifth baby mama? No, like seriously. Why are you crying, not knowing where your husband is or your boyfriend? Why are you calling me, trying to figure out what's going on? Love yourself better, yo, because it's all internally within you. We allow these things. We create our own storms, then cry when it rains.
Message.
Accountability is a big thing. Like, after a nigga cheat on you 3 times, it's your fault. Because after the first time, he knew he could get away with it. I always say give a nigga 2 tries though, because I'm a firm believer that you can change, but I also feel like if you value somebody, you shouldn't even play those games to begin with. So that's a big thing right there. Because I know when I'm in love, I don't even play, but we're different. Women are wired differently, but there are also men that don't play either. And I feel like I wish for all you women out there to get a man who don't play about y'all. Or better yet, stop playing about yourself. Love you. How to work on loving you is unpacking you. Unpacking you. Therapy. One word. I don't care how your mom and them feel about it or you think it's okay. It's affordable. If you have health insurance, you can get it. The co-pays be like $30 to $50. In some instances, $100, but that's on the high end. Get some therapy. Start unpacking where you felt love. Where was the first place you didn't feel loved? When did you experience what your idea of love is? Are you trying to emulate what you see on social media? Do you want an aesthetic love? Do you want somebody you could really come to, feel safe with, and build with? Just do better for yourself. And I think that was just the message for me. I hated me based on how I was being treated and carrying myself. And yeah, I was confident on the outside and I could give my friends all the advice in the world, but the type of stuff that I endured, I can't even speak about because y'all be like, no, he didn't. No, you didn't. That didn't happen. But it did. And I'm out here to tell you, like, it doesn't have to keep happening. You can go. It's going to hurt. Oh, let me not lie to you. It's going to hurt. But the funny thing about it is the pain is kind of the same to you suffering. So you got to think about it like, do I want to suffer and get better or suffer for the rest of my life and be mad and be with this person all just to say, all right, at least I get to lay with him. Nigga don't even come home. You can take a picture on Thanksgiving, your PJs, and say, oh, I got a man. Please, ladies, do better. Fellas, do better. Meaning like, because I don't want to bash y'all, because it's not, I don't want you to think it's bashing, because there's men going through the same thing. Women aren't valuing them, appreciating them. Do better. Love you, because it's not after 1, 2, 3 times, it's a you thing. Because even if the person is bad and they decided they're going to use you and keep putting you through the same thing, you're allowing it. You gotta get yourself together, because you got someplace to go. And I'm praying that I get there, and I see everyone I know. I want to go to heaven. Yeah. I think I had one more thing that I wanted to touch on, but it was about, all the things that I've done the past month. Like, bro, I am on a mission. You hear me? I make small goals, right? Everybody be like, yeah, I want a mansion. I want this, I want that. They on my list. But the goals that I curated for this year in 2022 actually started around August. when I regained my focus back on me, um, I decided that I wanted to take social media seriously. I'm like, I spent a lot of, this is how it happened. You know how you on scrolling on your iPhone and it's like, you spent 77 hours on, I'm just exaggerating, but it'll be like on Instagram, or then you go to Facebook, you see TikTok. Don't even get me started with TikTok. TikTok, you lose time on TikTok. You don't even realize you on TikTok. You turn on TikTok, it's 5:30. You turn over to plug in your charger, it's 6:28. You got to get up in 2 hours and you don't even know how you did it. TikTok is a rabbit hole of laughter, okay? So anyway, I'm on there and I'm like, bro, I spent a lot of time on social media. And again, I was going through my depression. I was seeking therapy. I was getting better on my sleep pattern. And I'm like, bro, everybody keep talking about, yo, you need to be on this, you need to be that. Because it's always easier said than done, because you have to have the willpower and the want to do these things. That was my biggest issue. I was just out of it. I just didn't even want to do nothing. Like, I didn't want to even look at people, let alone talk to them. So I get on social media and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going in. And it wasn't the aspiration of making money initially. It was just proving that I could take something that I do naturally and do all the time and make something out of it. My goal on social media is to have my own show, be a host. I don't want to quite be like Oprah, because I mean, Carisha was like, I want to be Oprah. I don't want to be Oprah. I want to be more like Wendy, but less messy. Like, my idols growing up were Wendy Williams, Golden Girl, Dee Lee. These are people that was on Power 99 and stuff back in the day. So like, those were the people, my father, like, they inspired me to be into radio broadcasting. Ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to do was they was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a radio broadcaster. I want to be on the radio. And people used to be like, okay. Well, I never heard of that one. But I always knew since I was a kid I wanted to do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to capitalize on social media. So I started around August. And I said, dang, you can get monetized for these things? Because I didn't understand the game. So I started watching documentaries and YouTube videos and stuff about TikTok and the monetization game. And I look into it and I'm like, I could do this, because literally the people that are doing this were making thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. And the first person that I watched and took a tutorial from, her name was Peach on Facebook. She literally cashed out $35,000 a month and changed her entire life. She lived in the projects, low income housing in Florida, feeding her kids off of food stamps and government assistance. And in a year's time, that woman was cashing out $35,000 a month on Facebook and Instagram by meeting the Reels promotion thing. And I'm like, I'm watching her content. I'm not even hating on her, but I'm like, she just cracked open a can of biscuits. 10-second video. And I'm like, bro, I got to get into this. And not even a hating thing. It just was like, this is easy money. And she would tell you to your face, y'all out here talking about me and my bullshit videos, but I could teach you how to do it, and you need to go ahead and go and do it. And I took her advice and I got here and done it. So I was like, dang, in my mind, I'm like, monetization is going to take forever. It's going to take, because I didn't have any followers. I'm like, dang, how I'm supposed to do it with no followers? The advice she said, I was monetized with 1,000 followers. And that was the spark that I needed. Because at the time I had close to 3,000, and I'm like, and I still only have 3,000. And that's why this story is amazing. So I'm like, oh, how am I going to get monetized with 3,000 followers? They was like, just start posting reels. They'll invite you to the bonus program. Boom. As soon as your video gets over 1,000 views, you'll probably get invited to the reels program. Now, this is where the work comes in. I was invited to the reels program. I had to achieve, it was a small, they needed me to get like 10,000 views. And I'm like, and you had 150 videos to put up. So it's like 10,000 views, 150. You trying to play me. Like, I'm not that lame or whatever. But I did it and got my first cash out. It was like, the first cash out was like $150. So I was like, it's not a lot of money. But then I'm like, dang. Oh, and then by the way, that took me 2 months. I don't want y'all to think that was overnight. That took 2 months to finally get my first cash out, $150. My next cash out was $465 or $64. Now I'm on my biggest joint now because one of my last videos got about 90,000 views. Facebook and Instagram both allow you to cash out when you get to $100. So even though the max be like 12,000, 1,200, 8,400, once you make $100, you can cash out. Now I don't know about y'all, but $100 can pay for your feet, your hands. It comes in handy for something that you literally spending hours doing anyway. Just post it on, just do it. Just do it. I hope that I inspire my friends just to do it, because now it's been about 4 months, 3 months, it is December now. It's been 4 months, and it's to the point now where it's so easy. It's fun. It's fun, and it's something to do. It helps you build your brand and get you known. And I don't want you to get discouraged about not having followers, because the reason why my page was able to be monetized, I have 2,800 followers, right? 113,000 people view my page monthly. That's bigger than people that have 113,000 followers. So it's about the traction. Are you engaging? Are you putting, and don't think too hard. I don't care what nobody say. Start with what you have. When you get all that big shit, do the big shit. If you just got an iPhone, use your iPhone. If you don't have ring light, make sure you're out in the sunlight. Don't let people discourage you. Don't think that Instagram aesthetics and Facebook aesthetic and TikTok aesthetics are why you can't do it. Don't get caught up in that loophole. My first viral video was from footage in 2018 that I felt as though matched the sound, and that video went viral. And then I'm trying to tell you something really, really funny. You put mad effort in these videos with lighting and camera and action, especially if you're just like following the trends. We're all for shooting original content. I'm getting better with that. Y'all will have some original content coming real soon for me. But I'm following the trends and the waves right now, because you have to like mix it up. You have to be relatable, and then you could be yourself. That's also a little free game for everybody. But don't be discouraged. Use what you got. It ain't about what you got. It's all about what you do with it. Like, that motivation is like, don't let people discourage you. If you want to get out there and Wu-Tang or pop lock, whatever it is that you think you want to do, just put it out there. Don't be scared to look annoying. If people get tired of you posting, they'll unfollow you. That's fine, because guess what? Unfollowing don't even really matter, because if they saw it, gotcha. Don't worry about people. Just do it. And a lot of you, so many people that's creative, so many people that have good ideas and brands and businesses they want to get out there. Just do it. And I will more than willing to help y'all for the free. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm not trying to sell the game, because I feel like the people that helped me get to where I was helped me for the free. And I would love to give that back to you guys. But I just want to say I am glad to be back. Thank you for having me. I miss y'all a lot. I feel so much better. I'm in a better space. I feel better. I look good, bitch. Smell good, bitch. I feel like $1 million. Let me get some wings and some fries. And bitch, don't forget my bottle in that order. Come on, like Mama D killed that. Mama D, if you're watching, you killed that. It should have went big. You should have got a Grammy. You should have got a Grammy for that. But I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have grown, to heal. I'm excited about what's to come. And you know how everybody be like, this my year, baby. 2022 kicked me in the ass. You hear me? Like 2022 was like, 2022 fucked me up. 2023, I have so much shit lined up. Is this camera on me? Is this camera on me? 2023, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. You hear me? Me. But anyway, y'all, thank you for your time today. This is Mute the Muse. I have been epitome of my name. A bitch has been muted. I've been y'all ain't seen me since like February or some shit. But I'm back, and I'm going to be back. Y'all going to see me once a month. I have so many other endeavors going on. So I have multiple podcasts. I'm part of multiple things. So for me, Mute the Muse, you will see me once a month. Follow me on Instagram, Brittany the Muse, Brittany, the right way. We'll get into that another time. If you're going to name your kid Brittany, why would you, like, if you want to name your kid Brittany, Why you gotta freak it? Like the name is Brittany. Why would you like if you want to do something creative? Why would you name your kid Brittany? Because I hate when people names be N-I and sorry, off track. Brittany the Muse on Instagram, Brittany from Philly on TikTok, and Brittany Muse on Facebook. Mute the Muse on Facebook. Holla at me, baby. Thank you for your time. Miss y'all. I will see y'all next month.